All right, so here is another here is another Patreon request, and this one comes from Jack Oliver, who asked me to do a idea for a story of a crossover between the X-Men and My Hero Academia. So, autofocus again. I don't know why you're autofocusing. So basically, this idea is for this story is that the school in the My Hero Academia universe has suddenly gotten a portal, like a weird plant portal has opened up at the school, and goddamn autofocus, come on. Basically, what has happened is that this portal has opened up, and none of the students understand. Even the heroes show up. The pro heroes show up to investigate this portal. Of course, if you know your X-Men, this is a portal to Krakoa. This is a portal that Krakoa opens up, and we don't know why. It's man, what is going on with the autofocus? Basically, a portal to Krakoa in the Marvel universe has opened up, and it's not like Krakoa hasn't done this before. It was capable of breaking to Otherworld in Excalibur. It was capable of getting to the moon. So Krakoa has somehow opened a portal, but the question is why. And no one seems to. And also, this would be a time period. This would also be a time when I was thinking of putting, like, if you want to know, like, it's still like when All Might's still at his power. So in this story, on the other end of that portal, in the mutant nation of Krakoa, the X-Men are like, hey, Cypher, come here a second. Doug, come here a second. Hey, listen, Krakoa, opened another random portal, and we don't know why. Like, Krakoa, but we don't know where it goes. Like, we're kind of worried that what's gonna open. And on the other side, the pro heroes are worried it's a door. And you can go in a door, but something can come out of the door too. So everyone's kind of on lockdown as both sides are trying to, on each respective side, are trying to figure out why is the portal opened up. Why did Krakoa do this? So, in this, Cyclops basically says, so we're gonna have to look. Krakoa wouldn't have done this without, Krakoa would not have done this without, for a reason. So he's like, okay, let's just go, let's be nice, let's be cool, and just introduce ourselves. Maybe Krakoa wouldn't have done this without a reason. So Scott, Jean, Logan, Aurora, and Beast, the five of them, go through the portal and end up in the My Hero Academia universe. Now, you may be thinking, this is a fight, like right out of the gate. Oh, strangers, we must fight them. They're invaders from another universe. Actually, what happens is a lot different. Since the X-Men arrived in their costumes, All Might and the other pro heroes, and even the heroes in training, are like, oh, so they're heroes. That's cool. And Logan even is like, he's planning on thinking, oh, there's going to be a fight. Like, there's going to be a straight out fight. And when there's no fight, when basically no fight happens, Logan's like, this is awkward. I thought we were gonna have a fist fight. Yeah. So All Might greets Cyclops and is like, hello, fellow heroes. Where do you come from? Are you from America? He thinks they're from the American side. Like All Might's first thought is, because they're American, or mostly Americans, he thinks they're from the other side of the world, and the portal came from that side of the world. So he doesn't understand that this is from another universe. So he's like, heroes! I am All Might. Heroes from America. I am All Might, the pro hero. Who are you? What are your quirks? And Scott's like, shit. Another universe. Great. I'm Cyclops. That's Marvel Woman. That's Storm, Wolverine, and Beast. We're the X-Men, and we're from another universe. And of course, All Might's immediate reaction is, another universe. problematic. So the X-Men are like on behalf of Krakoa, and from our Earth and from the island nation of Krakoa of mutants, we extend a diplomacy, an act of friendship. Like, we want to have like peace. We don't want to start a fight. And All Might's like, I am the symbol of peace. Welcome, fellow heroes. Come. Like, All Might's like, it's all cool. We're cool. All the pro heroes are like, all right. And Cyclops, like, the X-Men are introduced. They're like, and even the X-Men are like, this is weird. We're usually like getting into a fist fight with other superheroes at this point. The universe we come from, everyone's cool until they're not. Like, we'll start throwing fisticuffs. We're usually like used to getting into a fight right out the gate. So sorry if we were a little hesitant. And he's like, no problem. We were wondering about that portal, and we're like, yeah, we were worried about that portal too. That's from our island nation, the living island of Krakoa. And the students are like, holy shit, you guys live on a living island? And you guys have those cool quirks? You guys must be pro-heroes. And Cyclops admits, listen, you guys were talking about quirks, right? But we have a thing called the meta and mutant gene, and it gives us our powers, but we're hated. And it sucks. And he's like, and as Cyclops is explaining the universe, like, Deku is basically asks, if you guys are born with this power but are hated for it, so why are the people who are not born with these powers not hated or treated as badly as you? And Cyclops has been like, that's a question I've literally asked myself every day of my life. Like, why is it us that are hated? Like, when you guys were born with your powers, there was a point, like, even like Deku basically tells him, like, look, there was a point in our history where mankind didn't understand quirks and we did stuff too, but then we learned and became better for it. And Cyclops at the same time does kind of like note that there is a bit of hypocrisy, like, you guys merchandise yourselves to people. That's kind of like, yeah. And to which Wolverine's like, thank God we did not bring Eric here. He would have like, Charles would have liked this. Like, Charles would even like, but then Cyclops counters with, Charles would have thought this was stupid. Like, like, people with power, born with these powers, are whoring themselves out. Charles would have thought this was a farce. And to which Logan counters, I'm glad we didn't bring Eric. He would have lost his mind. So the two teams are basically trying to figure out what's going on, of why this portal is here. Meanwhile, someone really bad has caused that. Someone has tampered with, like, Cypher discovers that someone had messed with Krakoa's biology and created that portal. That someone was Mojo. Yeah, Mojo is the reason this portal happened. The reason being is that Mojo wanted a new TV show, like a hot new TV show, to broadcast to his masses on Mojo World. And he basically got some inside help on finding a new show with new characters. That person being All For One, who Mojo was poking around already. Like, he was poking around in other universes because he was getting tired of the X-Men and the Marvel Universe in general. And his probes encountered All For One. And All For One basically told him, hey, help me do this and I'll give you a grand show. That show being the League of Villains snuck into Krakoa. Like, they tampered with Krakoa's biology and snuck into, using the now open portal. Shigaraki, Toga, Dabi, all of them got into Krakoa and are now, like, invading Krakoa right now. And it's not just them. They broke out. They've literally got everybody, every villain you could think of, wrecking shit in Krakoa. And of course, the United Heroes and the X-Men team up and unite to take on this threat. And yeah. So that's kind of the idea in a nutshell. That was pretty much the idea. I wanted to have, like, I knew from the get-go when this Patreon request was sent to me, I was like, yeah, Mojo is going to be the villain. Like, it just makes so much sense to make Mojo the villain. Anyway, so there you go. There is my, there's my X-Men MHA crossover idea. Want to thank Jack Oliver for this Patreon request, and if you would like a Patreon request done by me, head on over to my link below, hit the link below to my Patreon, become a 4th patron there You'll also be getting some exclusive content, which more videos will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, just hit the 4th tier, and yeah. I will just send me a request, and I'll do I'll do the Patreon request here as soon as I can. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time on the Multiverse.